Okay, I started the recording also.
You can see us. Okay.
All right. So today we will go on of
Rajesh, one more thing. You told you were going to share that documentation. What are the topics we are going to cover in future?
which one?
The Word documentation. What you
Yes,
have.
yes. Yes. Actually, I'll send it today. There is some correction to the documentation. I'm doing that. So today you can expect that by tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good.
Today we will go over one of the very fundamentals of Java. The reason I'm taking at the end is I don't want you to stick on to this as like a major thing. This is very basic, but this should be the one which should have been taught first. But the reason I'm taking is this. If I take this, you will think that only this is Java, and a non-IT person will get stuck in this. But now you'll understand what it is. This is very basic. The data types. Already we have used data types. What we have used, we used double, we used int, we used string. What else we used? We have used array, float, capital integer. There is something else also, boolean. We have character. So out of this, we will be splitting as we have something as primitive data type and non-primitive data type. There are around 7 primitive and 7 non-primitive. Primitive data types are the inbuilt data types which is provided by default. So you can see the slide now. I'll increase the okay, so these are the 7 primitive data types: byte, short, int, long, float, double, and char and boolean. Let's see 8 data types. I'm sorry. So byte, byte we saw when we were reading the input values. Dot byte. We were converting to byte and then sending to the string. Short is same like integer but with a limited range. Int, long, float, double. Long is a large one. Float is for decimal. Double is also for decimal with large value. Character means single character. Boolean is true false. So the declaration is same. We give byte. Byte usually we don't declare. We don't use it. So let's not go. Short is short equal to 1. That is the data type. Short variable name. Short object. Same way we can go int object equal to 1, long, float, and double. So these are the primitive data types. We have something as non-primitive data type, which is the capital version of the same data type, which are the objects in Java. These are not objects, but these instead of int we have integer.
Rajesh, I'm sorry to disturb. Here, short object. Just you are just you are initializing the short.
Name. Yeah, this is the variable name.
This variable name. Okay.
Yeah, this is variable. But the normal Java program, whatever we write, that's an object. This is the primitive data type. So it's the keyword, inbuilt keyword. So this is not an object. This will not be created as an object. This is just a variable. But we have integer, the capital float, capital double, capital boolean, character, short. These are all the non-primitive data type, which means these are the equivalent object of these primitive data type. So nothing major to worry, no, not a big concept. Let's see one example. just understand that this is not an object. These are the variables, primitive data type. These are objects, equivalent object of that. So we have an, let's say we have an integer. I'm giving as a primitive data type 9. I'll sys out the variable. I need a variable name, right? So number 1 equal to 9.
Rajesh, that int, long, float, double, those are primitive data types, right?
Yes, these are all primitive or inbuilt data types.
Okay, primitive or inbuilt. Okay.
Primitive.
Now you are going to explain.
So the same thing with one example.
Okay.
We have few like couple of concepts here. So I am creating one primitive data type as 9. I am trying to print it. Nothing major. This will print 9. Internal. I mean, as a user, you don't see any big difference. Just that you should know this. That's all. You ignore these two. These are coming from different part at the bottom of the program. So 9 is printed. Instead of this 9, I can also give integer. This is an object. So integer object equal to 9. This is also allowed. System dot out dot print ln. Print ln means new line. That's all. You have print also. If you give print, it will print next to this line. It will print in the same line. It will print 9-9. 9 space 9. Okay, this means this will print this and this will push the cursor to the next line. Here I should go print. If I here also I'll go print. This means the cursor will stay here itself for the next print statement. You should give 9. That's all it is, not a big change. Again, you can go to the documentation and see what is the print statement, where it will be. The print will be inside system dot out dot println. Let's go to the documentation and see it.
What's the difference, Rajesh? The println.
You see here, I have given print. Print. In both the cases, I've given println, correct?
Yes.
Here, printing 9. Let's say the second variable is 8. I'm trying to, first I'm printing the first line, second I'm printing the second here. It's printing in next line. First line, 2 different lines. If you see one below the other. The reason is ln means new line. After you this variable, you push and go to the next line. That's what this means. If I don't do next line, what this means, after you print, don't go to a new line, you stay in the line itself. This will print the same line. After printing, it won't go down. Print here. It won't go down. The next is printing continuously. Just for visually understanding, they have this ln. ln means new line. This you will not even use in web application, because in web application system.out.println are not allowed. You are not. You should not use this. Only for learning Java we'll use this out. Otherwise we won't use this. We use the logger only. Log4j. So what I wanted to explain here is, this is a primitive data type and this is a non-primitive or the object data type. And printing here, for us there is no difference. For us it's all same. I give here 9. But internally these are two different things. Before Java version 5, this syntax was not allowed. You cannot assign 9 is a primitive data type. You cannot assign 9 to a non-primitive. That is where the wrapper classes came into picture. I'm not given here. Okay, that is where wrapper classes came into picture. Wrapper classes means we have seen one wrapper classes already. In our
Rajesh, you didn't explain about non-primitive. Just you explain the primitive data types, the int, those ones. The non-primitive are just those are.
Means I'm explaining now. Non-primitive is just an object.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what the wrapper class comes. So what is there is something called as a wrapper class, which will convert from primitive to non-primitive. That's what, no, when as a user, you will not see any difference between primitive or non-primitive. The only difference is in terms of how the data is stored in the program. So primitive means it's an inbuilt, non-primitive are objects. Non-primitive are Java objects. That is the only
That
difference.
means, okay.
In terms of memory, in terms of allocating in the stack, in terms of how it is stored in the RAM, that is what the difference is. Otherwise, you don't see any difference here.
Okay.
The reason I'm telling is you have to know this. That's all. So, how do we convert from a primitive to non-primitive data type? Let's say this number 1 is 9. If I give here number 1, this is getting converted to non-primitive. This is a primitive and this is a non-primitive. It will convert to primitive to non-primitive data type. This is possible only after Java 5. Before Java 5, there was something as wrapper classes. We have used this. We should call integer dot parse int of the primitive data type. This is how we should call before the change number 1 to string. Yeah, this is removed now. Before Java 5, we should be using the wrapper classes. For every non-primitive data type, there used to be a wrapper classes to convert primitive to non-primitive. If you are too much confused, just leave this. The only thing you should carry on from this discussion is there are two data types in Java. Not two data types, two types of, there are primitive data types and non-primitive. Primitives were the one initially they created. So it is inbuilt data type. They will allocate specific memory for these things. But later on, the object, once the object thing started, the non-primitives are the object equivalent data types. So they are not stored as object. These are stored as object. This is with respect to how the Java stores in the stack, in the RAM. That's all it is. Okay. Program wise, we'll not use, we'll, there will not be any difference when you use it. When you use in the program, it is perfectly all right if you declare both the ways. If you declare int variable equal to 1, or if you give integer variable equal to 1, both are correct. Already I used it. So variable integer where 1 is equal to 1, both are perfectly all right. The JVM compiler will not throw any error. But this is just for your understanding. You should be wondering, many of the times in the interview they'll ask, why do we have a small int and a capital int? Why do we have a small float and a capital float? So you have to just tell these are primitive data types, small int, long float, by byte, boolean. These are the object equivalent of the primitive data. These are stored in the JVM as objects. Those are stored as memory. I mean, the way it is stored in the stack is different. That's all it is. And I just brought this point so that you should be aware of these things. Okay. Even float equal to not float. Let's take boolean. Boolean bool equal to true. This is allowed. Even if you use boolean bool 1 equal to true, this is also allowed. So as a developer, there is no change for you, but you should know this concept. That's all. Clear with this?
Yes.
Okay. That's why I didn't start initially, because there might be some issues. I mean, you'll be sticking on with this itself, and it would be difficult to come out of this. I'll just erase this. No need. So data types, and there is something as auto boxing and auto unboxing. I forgot to tell that. So Here, if you see this line, just focus on this line. 26, the row number 26, what I am telling int primitive data type number 1 equal to 9. And in 27, what we are telling non-primitive data type integer object equal to primitive data type. So we are assigning a primitive data type to a non-primitive data type. Internally, the compiler will convert primitive to its object equivalent as like this. This should be, how do we create an object in Java? Class object equal to new class, correct? This is how we should have created an object, correct?
Yes.
But we didn't do like this. What we did, this we gave, the object we gave, equal to we gave, instead of new integer of 9, we are just giving directly the primitive data type. What the compiler will do, it will execute this line internally and it will pass the 9 here. This is called auto boxing. Automatically converting from a primitive data type to a non-primitive data type by the Java compiler is called auto boxing. The reverse of this is auto unboxing.
Could you repeat the statement, Rajesh? I didn't get you.
The process of converting primitive data type to non-primitive data type by the Java compiler is called auto boxing. Here,
Okay.
yeah, technically the object should be created using this only, correct? But we didn't use the new keyword, and we are telling that this is an object, which means internally this is getting executed by the compiler. So this is called auto boxing. What is auto unboxing? Reverse of this. Converting a non-primitive data type to a primitive data type. So let's have a non-primitive data type. Non-primitive integer equal to 11. We have an integer, primitive integer equal to non-primitive. If we give this, what we are doing, we are converting a non-primitive to a primitive. There is no compilation error. The Java will internally convert. This is called auto unboxing. Boxing means you put something small into an object. Unboxing, you take out from the object and convert to a primitive data type. These are few keywords. But you will very rarely use this. I am almost I have not even used in any of the major projects these things, because there will not be any necessity. This is actually no use. You can do everything with this itself. So there will not be any use of converting a primitive to non-primitive or a non-primitive to a primitive. So in almost 15 years, I've never, I don't even remember of using these in live project. Like nearly 50 to 60 development projects I've been working. So none of that we use this, but just know it. So next we will go to the, I'll clean this up, or else I'll just push it down. So we'll go to the operators. I have this link here in the documentation. Beautifully, they have given all the operators. Here it is. So the tutorial, they've given all these operators with example you will get. So there will not be any, and this, we have this unary, we'll go one by one. We have the postfix unary multiplicative. It is normal multiplication. We added a number, we divided, all these things are addition. Shifting will not even even in the documentation they would have given that the bitwise operator you will never use it. Just you have to know bitwise is to shift the binaries. If you have studied in your like UG or in schooling, that any number can be represented as a bits of 8, correct? As 8 bits, as 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, like this. If you remember, every
Yes,
number can
Rajesh.
be,
Yeah.
yes, so every number can be represented like this. So the bitwise operator here, all these bitwise operator and there will be one shift operator will be used to produce a negate of this bit. 0 means 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. And if you want to shift the bits by 1 to the left, so 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Like this, if you want to use on this, we use this operator, but again, this would 99.9% you will not use unless you work on something core level programming where you deal with the memory. I don't think there is anything going on like that. So mostly you will not even use, but you can go through this and try out. Let's go to one of this and see that there is an example. For everything they have given perfect example. So let's just copy this and let's try to print and run it. There will not be any compilation error. It will work perfectly. So what they have said, and minimize this. Windows show view appearance. I have to increase the size of this. View.
Which one, Rajesh? The screen?
No, increase the size of this editor.
Maybe you can use control and the cursor.
Control plus
No.
didn't work. Control shift plus is working. It is very small, right? So control shift plus. Control shift minus will reduce. Okay. So what they have given integer result equal to number. This is a primitive data type just for reference. It doesn't have any impact with the programming. So 1 plus 2, they print the result, and 1 result minus 1. So these are all just arithmetic operation, multiplication, division. These are all straightforward. Plus, no need to run also. This is straightforward. And then unary operator. So unary operator, this you will be in plus plus and minus minus. You will include most of the times. So you have to know this. For that alone, I'll show you a demo. So we have, let's declare one number, can be small integer or capital integer, anything. So integer number 1 equal to 1 I'm giving. Now this you'll use always, almost you'll use it every time. So just follow this. Number 1 plus plus. If you give like this, what it means is we have to print this number and then the number will be incremented by 1. Now I'll try to print the number outside after this statement. Sys out number 1. So what if I give like this? This is the equivalent of this is number 1 equal to number 1 plus 1. Increment the number after printing. After printing, you increment. So while printing, it will print 1. Then it will increment to 2. Here it will be printing as 2. Let's try. What is this error? Already the number 1 I used. So let me just delete these things. I don't think it is needed. Okay. Now I'll run this. So first, if you see number 1 is printed. So what this means is this is called post increment. We have pre increment and post increment. Post increment means you increment after whatever this line has to do. So first we'll print it, then we will increment it. Well, let's pre increment. What happens? First the increment will happen, then this line will be printed, then this will be printed. So what happens here? It will be 1, but 1 will get incremented as 2. 2 will print, again 2 will print. You should know this difference. See here. Prefix means before doing this line, before executing this line, you print the value. Understood? 99% you'll use this in every program, every web application. We'll be using this because uh, there will definitely be a scenario where we'll use this. Any doubts you can ask me. This will be the same way. We will use the post decrement and pre decrement. Let's say the number value is 5. So what this will do, I'll give one here, minus minus. So what will be the output? Can someone guess? What this will print here?
2.
6. The number 1 is 5, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Plus 5.
6 it will print.
Here, here
Here also 6.
6, correct. Here
4 maybe.
5. Initially it is 6 now.
5.
Incrementing.
Okay.
This is equal to number minus 1. You should not decrement 2. Since you see here 2 minus, you should not decrement by 2. It means number equal to number minus 1. So here it will be 5 and here it is 5. Let's run and see. 6, 5 and 5. So we have this post increment and pre-increment. This is called the unary operator. This is a logical operator. This also you will use it always. Let's say int flag equal to true, not flag. True means it will be boolean. Bool. So boolean flag equal to true. I'll try to print this value. Sys out flag. If I run it, it's going to print true. Now there is an operator with exclamatory mark. I will just put an exclamatory mark of this boolean. Now I will print it. Here it should be true, then it should be false. You will always use this. You will definitely use this. Without this operator, none of the while loops or for loops can exist. So 100% you will use this operator. So I think I'll take one more and then I'll move on to next topic. You can try out. You have this link, right? I hope.
Yeah, Rajesh, we have it.
Great. So you can try out all these programs. They're given a complete program. So this is equal to, not equal to, okay, equal to there. I have to show you something because what developers do is there will be a mistake here. I'll push everything down. Let's have integer, not integer, let's have string name equal to ABC. Okay. Now I want to, every time we are printing this out, I'll give inside of it. So if name equal to ABC, then print hello ABC. Else, if name is not equal to ABC, print hello non-ABC. Let's add one more if here. Else, if name equal to CDE, sys out hello CDE. Okay, already the compiler has shown error and has given you clue. So I wanted to show you that if type mismatch cannot convert from string to boolean, So to check whether a value is equal to another value, you have to use double equal to. You should not check like if name in English, I mean normal speaking terms, you can tell like if name equal to ABC, but program it should give double equal to. So if name equal to ABC, it will go inside. Else if name equal to CD, it will go inside. If both of these fails, it goes inside. See if you follow this program. Hello ABC. Now I give ABC1. It will go inside the third loop. Hello non-ABC here. If I give CDE. Hello CDE. I give small CDE. What should happen?
Hello, non-ABC.
Correct. Because small CDE and capital CDE are not equal. If I want to go inside this, if I want the program to go inside this, I have to do here name dot equal ignore case. Like this I have to do. If I give this, then small CDE and capital CDE will be considered as one. I can do this way, or to uppercase. There is a method inside the string class to uppercase. I can convert whatever is given input as to uppercase, and also I can check and do ABC here. This also should work now. These are two different. So what happens? ABC name dot to ABC equal to. Okay, it's an object, so we cannot check it this way. For printing purpose we can do, but you have to use equal ignore case because this is an object in Java, so it will not work this way. Any questions on this? What is wrong?
Rajesh, ninth line you are writing now, right? Name dot equal.
Let's see if you follow this program. Here what you learn is how to check using different cases, lowercase and uppercase, how to use an if statement, how to use an else if, how to use an else statement.
I didn't get the ninth line. If name dot.
If name is, what is name? The
ABC, small ABC.
equal ignore case means what the documentation says. Compare this string to another string, ignoring case. Case means lowercase or uppercase, capital letter or small letter. Ignoring the case, compares this string with another string. If the two strings are considered equal, ignoring the case, if they are of the same length and corresponding Unicode, this is how the logic works internally. So Unicode points to the two strings are equal, ignoring the case. So what they tell is you ignore the case of this variable and this variable, and then compare and see if they are true. This is success. It will go inside.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, so if this is clear, I'll move to the next case statement. The same if else will take. We can write it using if else, or we can write using case. So name is ABC. I'll go ABC. If it is equal to ABC, I have to do something. Instead of that, what I can do is I have something as switch case statement. Switch the variable, whatever is incoming, and case. If it is going to be capital ABC, this case is equal to this if statement. So I can delete this if and I can delete the brace. I have to just take this and put it inside the case. So case ABC means if it is ABC, switch this variable, see this variable. If it is ABC, then do this. If it is one more case, if it is CDE, CDE, then hello CDE. So this else if is gone. Else is the last thing which will come if nothing is passing. So that is the default. So sys out. Else. I use the same variable. I'll change the variable name as one. So I have to switch this one. So this is an example for switch case. It's going inside hello ABC. This is coming from the other block. So let's ignore this. I'll do a sys out. Okay, it's coming from first is done. Now if I change to CDE, the second switch case will work. And if I give something else which is not there, it is going to fail and it's going to go to the else block. Yes. Any questions so far?
No, it's clear, Rajesh.
Okay. Now let's take a pause for some time. Is anyone having a system and want to show up some program or raise some questions or show whatever you have worked on, you can show now. Because like past 7 days only I have been it's been a like one-way flow. So if something is there which I am missing or if I want to see, you can show me now. Is anyone having like any like program to show like whatever you have worked out? Yes. Okay, not for today.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rajesh, I didn't get you.
No, I asked like if anyone is having any program to show now and ask some questions or just show me like whatever you have worked till now. Do you have something to show?
I'm good, Rajesh. Just I'm following the videos, and I will get back to you when I have any doubts.
Okay. Others? So I hope. What about others? Everyone are good?
Rajesh, and
Yeah.
one more.
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. Please.
Yeah, continue.
Rajesh, and one more thing. This core Java, these are things, right? What you said before, the class, and these are the things, and that one, and the topics what you covered. And if you are good with us, if you practice well and good, we are good in core Java, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Core Java the like main questions in terms of, let's speak in terms of both, in terms of advanced Java. When we move to advanced Java, what is important from core Java, what we'll be taking, that we'll speak. And when you go for an interview, when you tell like you know Java, what are the basic things you are expected to know? So both we'll speak now. So when we go to advanced Java, it works this way. Um,
That's why, I am asking the documentation.
which documentation?
Yeah, the word what you have.
Yes,
You
yes.
have the
No,
yeah.
actually, the core Java will have a lot. Will not be able to cover everything. That is why I can give you the entire uh, document of core Java, but we will not be able to cover everything in the session because we have
I
only,
got you. Yeah,
yeah.
I totally understand.
Yes, yes. But I can share you the raw one, which will have the entire thing of core Java. So I
Yeah,
can
that's
open up.
what we need.
Yeah. So this is what is there in the core Java. So introduction to OOPS and Java, the fundamentals, operators, and third is the statements: if statement, while, do, for statement, and access modifier: private, public, protected. How to call a method, how to declare a method. Overloading we'll go over. The black things we'll go over. And constructor, I've not come to constructor. Inheritance, the extension, that is extends keyword. And interfaces we saw. Object casting we'll see in advanced Java. Wrapper classes today we saw. Array, exceptions, string buffer, we'll see that. Those are all very minor thing. And collection is one of the major. So core Java means, what I would suggest is collection, exception, interface, uh, and inheritance. And we have thread. Thread mostly will not use, but I'll show you thread. I can go over that. Then we saw how to read and write. This you will be, any application will have this. This is like a mandatory. Java IO package, Java collection util package are mandatory, and then garbage collection. That's all we have in core Java. So almost we covered everything in core Java now. So in terms of advanced Java, what we'll be taking from the core Java, what we'll need to know is this one. Because advanced Java, the way advanced Java works is, I'll draw one quick diagram here, so you'll know better. So what happens is, when you are in a website, let's say gmail.com. Okay, you go into the Gmail and you go to inbox. You click on inbox. Where you are doing in HTML file, correct? In Chrome. This is what you are doing. When you hit on this file, the control will go to the Google server. The control goes to Google server. In the Google server, there will be a Java program, assuming there will be a Java program running. This Java program running will not be, it will be actually a main program, but it will not run like as we are doing now. It will be running inside a web container. This is what advanced Java is. We call it either as a Tomcat or JBoss web container. Inside the web container, the main program will be there. Inside the main container, I will draw one more. The main program will be there. The control goes inside the main program. From here, it will fetch your inbox emails. For this, it needs to go to the database. The database will be there in a separate server. So now what happens? The control okay, control goes from here to the Google server, and now from the Google server it goes to the Java main program, which is no, it goes to the main program web container. From the web container, it goes into this, and from here it fetches the value, and it's a return now. It comes back here. Now from here it goes back to the web container. Web container returns to the server. Server returns to the HTML, and you see your email. This is how the actual web application works. This is what we are trying to understand. What we have been going through past 2 weeks is only this inner box. This main program which is running, that is what we have been going through so far. We will be starting the web container part, the outside, right? These sections we will be starting next week. So for this to understand, we should know this inner box. So what we'll do, from the web container, we'll call the Java program. And after this is done, we'll come back to the UI. Then we'll go to database. We'll complete one complete circle of the web application, a simple web application. This is what
it really sounds good. Because actually, in my current project, we have a lot of applications. You guys are using Java.
Okay.
And I'm not that much familiar with Java. I'm good in DevOps, but my position is Java with DevOps.
Okay.
I requested my employer, if you guys give Java training to me, I'm good to work in the current project. That's the thing, I'm more curious to know this Java things. I'm asking the each and every part.
Okay. Good. Yeah, so once this is done, you can simultaneously, so you can set up your own project. What I would recommend or suggest is, every one of you who wants to like go into the Java, you have your own project in mind. Get your project ready. Like, I'll build one contact application. I'll have one page. User can enter the contact detail. Once I hit save, it should save in the database. This is one simple flow. Like this, if you have one simple flow ready, as we finish off these everything, you should be able to build your own application.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you'll get the complete picture of Java. So whatever we have gone through so far will be used in the web container. When we write the web container, we will be writing a for loop inside. We will be extending a class. We will be implementing a class. We'll call the array list. So all these will be called from the web container. So for that to understand, we should know the core Java. So this is only a very small part, but very important part of the bigger picture. Now you understand the whole picture, right? Where we are.
Yeah. Now just I can know a little bit how the things work, because in my current project we have like OpenID, Connect, and so many web applications, SiteMinder, and we guys are moving that SiteMinder to Strata, the Mavericks, and in between these we have like a development work too, Yeah.
Okay. So you are in. What is your role? Do you have
My role is Java with Devops. Actually, I'm a Devops guy. I'm good in Azure. I'm good in that continuous integration part and delivery part. But these times, from almost from 2 years, most of the positions are coming with Java with DevOps. That's why my employer told just you have to learn Java and you have to go Java with DevOps. And just recently I joined a new project. That is, I have Java and DevOps too.
Okay.
Actually, I'm working in infrastructure side. You know, right? That Active Directory
Yes,
Federation
yes,
services.
yes.
Just we are moving some of the applications to get the single sign-on from ADFS. Just
Okay.
right now, I'm working on that. In
Mm.
future, we have one Java guy. That's why I'm safe here. Otherwise, just I'm fired. To be honest,
Mm.
that's why just I'm uh, more focusing on job side, and parallelly just I'm working. I'm attending the classes. I'm doing job.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Not only me, most of the guys are like this.
Okay, so most of them who are here, are they working somewhere? And part time
Most
they are.
of the guys, it's not like part time, it's full time. Most of the guys in the training section, some guys they are in marketing. Some guys they are new. Some guys they are working. Uh, Parallelly, they are working and they are listening the classes too.
Understood. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand. Yeah. So 1 hour will be. Uh, so you're spending 1 hour in your like before starting the work, right?
It's not like that. We will start, right? The shift will start like 8 to 5. And if I have like the same time meeting, just I will attend the two meetings. Parallelly.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, that's why I told, yeah, is there any recorded sections like that? And, just for reference.
Yes, got it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, so it's good
But
to.
it's, first I'm zero in Java. I know programming, just not that much. I told you before, right? I'm from electronics background.
Mhm.
I'm pretty new to Java. Just I don't know. But now I'm clear what you say, the classes, the objects, and it's almost clear. Okay, this is like core Java.
Yeah, it's actually very easy. The way you should understand, that's all it is. And what I would recommend is once you learn the Java, the core Java, don't stop. You anyway you'll be learning the advanced Java and this HTML and the basics of DB. You should be moving to like other technologies also. Like Angular is what is like coming up very. Uh, uh, it's a very wanted courses. I mean, not course, but Angular resources are very wanted. There is a lot of because all the projects are getting converted either to React JS or Angular JS, which is a UI. So just one section we saw in here itself. I just gave here HTML5. Instead of that, we will be having it can be in Angular, it can be in JSP, it can be in Angular JS, it can be in React JS. So we have lots of thing
Okay.
here itself.
And one more thing, the client, for example, if the client hired with something, and if you went there, they're giving the different work. To be honest, I came as a DevOps engineer to my current project, but they given the Java work too. But the thing, we want to do the work, right? We are here to earn money and to do the work.
Correct. Yeah. But
And I don't want to say to the client, I am not that much familiar with Java. I am not that much
yeah. It
familiar.
is actually good. Yeah, it is. What I would tell is right. If you see here, I showed uh, my area of expertise, right? So from the day one, from the day one when I started as developer, I've been working in almost all most of the technologies I've been working, and people, my lead used to rotate me very fastly between technologies. But many of them saw that this was a disadvantage because when you go outside, you cannot tell that you know something, you are concrete in one technology. But what that itself became a very big plus for me. What happened was in all the projects, I became a wanted resource because I was able to grasp everything fastly. So I was like a firefighter in all the technologies, in all the
Mhm.
projects. Whenever there was a crisis, when I was an iGate, I still remember they used to pull me for 1 month, and immediately they'll pull out to another project. That's a big disadvantage in terms of a developer, because 1 month is very short to settle down. You'll go,
Okay.
you'll understand the existing Java, that guy, whatever he has written, you'll understand the DB structure, and you're out of the project. But within 1 month, I was able to understand the structure, understand the DB. I was able to deliver it. I was able to bring out the project out of a critical stage. So looking back now, it looks like I worked in many things, but I definitely consider that as a very plus point, because today when a new technology comes in, easily I can learn. So what
Okay.
I'll always recommend my teammates is, don't stick on with the technology, because technology is not going to be forever. You never know when Java is going to retire. So what you should know is, you should know how to learn any technology which is coming. You should know the tricks of learning quickly any technology which is coming. If you know that tricks, you can easily survive in the IT industry.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but what you are doing is good. So,
Not only for me, Rajesh, for all the guys,
yeah. So
I know some
I
friends
really
they're working
appreciate
in.
everyone who have joined this like training, and in your free time, or just making time to learn. It's not an easy thing. I really appreciate that. So the same way, what I would recommend is, like, since I'm here now, until I'm here, I want you to write a program during your weekend, or start building your program and send out to me through to my email, or share it to
Mhm.
me in one class. One class we'll spend for that. I want everyone to show me some hands-on. Only then there should be someone to hold you and say you that, okay, this is what this is wrong. You have to go this way. At least during the initial phase, when I'm here, if you can show me, it would help you in a better way. Because once the training is done, we'll not be able to meet up, or that frequently, right? So that time when you get some doubt, it will be difficult.
Okay.
So as and when you watch a video, what I will recommend is, you go through the video and immediately you have your Eclipse open, pause the video and start writing the program. You get errors, you learn by errors. That is how you should learn. So core Java is okay, but when we go to advanced Java, until you write when you look something, right, it will look like, okay, everything is clear. But when you start writing a program, only then you will find it difficult. The output will not come. You'll miss out something very small. You might not know how to run. Those minor things are there. So to everyone, that's the only request I'll have. Just practice this and share it with me. Like just 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you can take turns and share your screens and go through whatever you have done. Because
Yeah.
from the advanced Java, it will be very speed. We'll not go over for loops. I'll not go over creating an integer or extraction. I mean abstraction, extends keyword, implements keyword. All those things we'll not go over, because advanced Java has more of it. So we'll go over in that phase alone.
Yeah, sure.
It will be helpful for you definitely, but it's a very good thing. I really appreciate you guys taking out and reading things. So we'll wind up the session with just one concept I have, which is the string and the string buffer. This is something always you'll use. So when I tell like you'll use, always just note it down and give importance to it, because out of my 15 years of experience, I am telling you'll. So those things you have to definitely focus on. So we have something as string and string buffer. String is an object. When I tell object, you have to immediately, what should come in your mind is, string is a class. We are creating an object. So object means string value equal to new. We can create string like this. See here, these are things we can give like this. Or Java has given flexibility of not using the new keyword and just giving the string keyword as the string. Okay, so this is a string keyword. I'll print out this. what will be printed? Thursday will be printed. Now, what I am telling is, you have to don't print Thursday alone. You print that Thursday is beautiful. How will you print? I want this to be printed. What can we do? Yes, please. No problem if it's wrong. Just try out.
We want just the Thursday is beautiful.
I want this alone. It's very simple. Don't take
in
it hard.
place of value, just we can put
That's all.
Thursday.
That's all. In place of this value, we'll place. Correct? You
Yes.
got it correct. But my requirement is don't alter this. Now print this. I want still this to be printed. You should not change this. This is the initial value. I cannot change this because I can also print tomorrow. Thursday is hot. I can print this. Or Thursday is cold. I can print this. So I cannot change, I cannot place this every time here, correct? So Thursday is
Okay.
constant. I just want to add is beautiful, is hot, or is cold. So what we do is there are two ways to do this. One is Java has provided one option of concatenating value equal to value plus is beautiful. If I give this and now I print the value, it will print Thursday is beautiful. Understood? Straightforward. Now I'll add one if condition. I'll give one string type. I'll give here beautiful. Here I'll give one if statement. If type is equal to beautiful, then print value equal to value. If type equal to what is again hot. If type equal to hot, then is hot. If type equal to cold, then print is cold. Got it? Then what will happen? Based on the type, you will add. This is called appending. Appending a value to string. If I give cold here, it will print Thursday is cold. Got it? Easy, right?
Yes, Rajesh. Yeah.
But don't use this. Never use this.
Rajesh,
Yes, please.
yeah, like as you told, like value is equal to value plus is equal, like you're concatenating, right? Instead of that, if it's a single statement, you can just directly keep that in system.out.println, right? Like you can just concatenate even in that last final output also, right?
Yes, you can. What you are telling is instead of this, I'll go here like this, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, this is perfectly correct. But only the reason I am not giving here is I want the sysout to be a generic. If I give here every time I have to change inside. Meaning if there is something else like okay, I'll show you. If I want to add something else in the sysout, like output is, I want to give this. What will happen? Only here it will come, but here it will not come, correct? Every time I have to copy and add to all the sysout. So it's just a programming practice, but whatever you said is perfectly correct. You can definitely give it inside the sysout. But just as a programming practice, We'll not repeat the statements. If something is repeating, we'll put it to the common place. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Now, but don't use this. So that's what I said was this is a concatenation. This works perfectly, but never use this in your life. Never in your programming use it, because this leads to a biggest security threat called SQL injection. This leads to a big SQL injection. So just for your understanding, I gave this. Don't use this. Instead of that, Java has come out with one beautiful object which is called string buffer. String buffer str object equal to new string buffer. New string buffer of Thursday. The same, instead of string, we give it as string buffer. Something wrong. Change to string buffer. Okay, typo. Okay, instead of declaring as a string where you want to append something, declare it as a string buffer and use the, instead of giving plus plus plus, you give the string buffer equal to string buffer dot append. There is one method as append. Whatever value you want to append, you give it here. This is the most secure way, instead of giving an plus. If you see somewhere plus, you change the code to this way. The developers who don't know that there is an SQL injection, they'll use that type of coding. We'll see what is SQL injection later. Using that plus keyword, there is also possibility of erasing the entire database. The entire DB can be wiped out. So now we give str equal to str.append, which means whatever is original we are appending here. Whatever is original we are appending here. And here in now value is not relevant. We will not use this. So instead of that, we'll use this. But I cannot print this directly. It will throw error. So I have to give str dot to string. Now in this case, it is not throwing, but usually it is not advisable to print the string buffer directly. You have to get the string from the string buffer. For to string, what it is returning, the return type is string. The output will be same, not a big deal, but this is the best way of doing the coding.
Rajesh, here append is used for?
Append means add to the
Okay.
existing.
Okay.
Let's say I can demonstrate with one more simple program. String initial equal to a. I'll give a for loop for int loop equal to 0, loop less than 10, loop plus plus sys out. I'll not do print ln. Print here I'll give a string buffer. String buffer equal to new string buffer. With this, we'll wind up today's session. Initial dot append loop. So what this will do is a will be there. Now loop is 0. So a 0 1 2, it will append everything. See here a 0. What is now the string buffer value a0? So it's appending a0 and 1. Now what is the current string buffer a01? So it is appending a01 2, a01 2 3, a01 2 3 4. Understanding this? LL.
Just it's adding means just skipping side by side.
That's all. That's all it is. So append will add to it, add to the original value. Okay, I think if any questions are there, we can speak, or else we'll meet up tomorrow. So the next 2 days we'll cover the rest of the topics, like less important, but just few topics are left out. We can see that with examples. And maybe Friday we'll refresh once again on all the topics from day one. So Monday we'll start the advanced Java.
All right, Rajesh. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay then. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. Bye.